Hey, and welcome to Hive45, a discussion about the future impact of this week's tech and world news. I'm Nathan Waters.
And I'm Tristan Grace.
And this is episode 2, ending on the week of the 24th?
24th of the 1st, yeah.
Sweet.
In January 2010.
2020.
Still
2010.
I don't know, how do you say it? Is it 2010?
It's 2010. There was a big discussion. There's
2010.
There's images online.
I know, there's actually, like, did you see there's
2010.
actually, like, people discussing what's the best way to actually comment about it?
People bitching hard and moaning.
It just seems obvious, like,
hilarious.
2010 is the best way to do it.
So what are you drinking this fine
I got
episode?
rum and Coke in an official Coca-Cola glass from the Olympics. Actually, it's from McDonald's, but fuck it, it's
Oh,
nice.
cool. I'm just beer again.
Hells yeah.
Australia Day coming up.
Mm.
Thus more
That'll
beer
be
drinking.
fun.
That'll be awesome.
Except we can't drink beer on the beach.
Well, we'll try.
We'll try. We'll drink beer on the beach.
Bring...
I mean, how can you stop that? Like, yeah, Australia. Yeah, you know, beaches and like barbecues and beer. Yeah, we're gonna remove one of them, but not tell you what. Well, they did tell us.
It'll be interesting.
That should be fun.
We'll see who dies.
Yeah, again. It's always me. They always try and murder me. It's horrible, really. You should report it.
Jeez.
End up in a goddamn tank. Okay.
So what news you got this week, man?
Okay, first one to start with. Ooh, this is a good one. This is from the New York Times. This is, if your kids are awake, they're probably online. They did a report, and they started discussing how they started measuring how often kids from 8 to 18 spend online.
Cool.
And actually found that they're spending the majority of their time online. Now, like, connected, like, to say, like, their mobile phone.
That's kind of obvious, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but it's like, they say since 2005, it's actually gone up by an hour. And they thought in 2005, they're like, oh my god, how can you be more connected? But they're actually doing like multiple streams of consuming. So they're listening to music while they're doing that and the videos in the corner and all of that. So they were saying in here that like you're consuming about 11 hours in 8 or something. Yeah, I don't know, it's somewhere in here, it's a long article. But it's,
Has their time basically gone up because they're doing less TV watching now?
No, they're still saying that they do about 3 hours, I think, of old media, which is like TV and all stuff like that there. Which I wish I had got this here, but yeah, no, it's really kind of cool.
And 8 hours a day of...
Yeah, we're not including school. Not including school. They're removing school from the equation, and they're saying outside of school.
Wow.
Like, I can see that. Like,
So we're on the net all day, but how do you do that? So again, before school, maybe an hour.
Yeah, and then
you
you
get up at 7, I guess.
You get back like
an hour.
Well, think about it. But like, what are you gonna do otherwise? Like, kick a ball? Like, God, who does that? Jeez, kick a virtual
Fit
ball.
and sexy people kick a ball.
Yeah.
Everyone else is on the net.
It's
The fat losers
true.
are always on the net.
Oh yeah, and guess what who the heaviest media users were? Like what demographic?
What do you mean?
Like say what age do you think? And
Oh, okay. Teens.
teens. Okay. Gonna be more specific than that, or just gonna go teens?
Middle-aged teens, because there's more of them than anyone else.
Surprisingly, okay, the bottom thing here is the bottom line is the heaviest media users, the study found, are black and Hispanic youths, or tweens, of those ages from 11 to 14.
What?
Yeah, 11 to 14. So they use that more on like 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds and all that. That's
What?
incredible.
How? That's...
No idea. Well, think about it though, when you were 13, like... I was on the computer like non-stop, and I didn't have the internet then, like... Well, I did, but it was dial-up, and it was pretty bad, like, you didn't spend most of the time on the internet.
Yeah.
Now it's... like, using a computer without the internet now, like, how did I spend hours upon hours doing that?
I still remember that time where we were the first ones in our small country town to have broadband, and other kids who had just dial-up, they were like, you're going home to go on the nets? Like,
Yeah.
like, you're not on the net every day? It's like, no, maybe once every 3 days or so. Whereas now it's like, you'd be lucky.
Well, you're permanently connected.
Yeah, you're at least on the net probably 2-3 hours a day for...
Yeah, well,
the
even
average.
minimum is like Facebook and all of that, like...
We're on probably, like,
ridiculous.
how long?
Too long.
We must be like 14 hours a day.
Yeah, it's a good...
At the moment.
Well, on a computer, like, think about what you... Yeah, that's true. It's very long. But, see, do you think it's going to get more?
It has to.
Yeah. And
the brilliant thing will be is like once we start merging more, the internet starts merging with the real world, then it won't be so much of a negative consequence.
No, it won't be.
Like at the moment, it's a negative thing because this is really bad for your posture, really bad for your eyes. It's very antisocial. You're always sitting here.
It's becoming more social. with all this
Yeah,
social.
but
It's not
really
interaction, I guess.
Like if you get the stuff out into the real world with the mobile phones, you start doing.
But the mobile phones does free you, and like you can still be on the internet while like you're kicking a ball.
Yeah.
You can kick a virtual ball. You don't have to graze your knee.
No, but you
Wear
can.
protective helmets.
You can actually do real world activities and augment them with internet sort of enabled data.
Yeah, you get out more. This is kind of like the in-between point right now before us actually just going out there with our mobile phone connected to the whole virtual web.
Like go hiking and you get bitten by a snake and you're like, oh, I'll take a picture of the snake and it'll tell me what venom to get.
Yeah.
Crush up these leaves and mix these flowers to create the venom.
Or even just showing like you do it now, like we did a hike before and I was like checking Facebook halfway up, like trekking out into the wilderness. Like there's something wrong with that, I feel.
Nah, maybe.
It's good, but it kind of removes you from it.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
what did you find? Yeah.
I've only got 2.
Okay.
I've been lazy this week. Cool, really, really cool thing. Intel has just announced, or I guess they just put out a press release, saying that they think that chips will be in the brains of of a lot of people by 2020. So essentially by 2020 they expect to have a consumer model implants or headsets or combination of the two that will allow you to browse the internet, use your computer without a keyboard and a mouse. Like not the crazy shit where you've seen now where you see a couple of videos where they can, if they focus on a letter it prints it out.
Yeah.
It's not really replacing the keyboard and mouse at all. But they think in 10 years they'll have a device that consumers will be able to access quite cheaply and you won't need a keyboard and mouse to do everything you do now.
And Intel's actually planning for that. That's their roadmap.
Yeah, they have an entire research department dedicated to it.
Jeez Louise. And
apparently they've already got a few prototypes for basically headsets to do your basic sort of brain control type things. But
that's spectacular. Well, I guess it makes sense when you think about like the past 10 years before, like the year 2000, like it still seems in the future for some weird reason. Yeah. But the year 2000 is like so few things. Like think of mobile phones back then. Like the idea of that being a computer is laughable. It was great if it could fit in your pocket. Yeah.
Well, when you say 2020, you don't think, oh, that's just 10 years away.
No.
You think that's the future. That's so long away, but that's
it's 10 years.
It's less than 10 years now.
Yeah, less than They're
saying by. They're not saying at 2020 or after it. They're
saying with like full on touchscreens and all of that. There, I guess it's a natural progression of say the mobile and connect. Well, just like we were saying before, connecting the web outside to you. Yeah. You can just think and show it. Well, do you think it'll go into more like say glasses, like a HUD display or something?
Yeah, well,
you'll think about it and they'll put it on.
Well, yeah, that's our ultimate goal, isn't it?
Well, that's like the best one. Yeah, you can have a total virtual thing.
So that's the thing. They mentioned that train.
Got a lot of trains.
We live right next to the train tracks. It's fun times.
Fantastic.
Shall I wait a bit? Should be okay now. Yeah, but the article doesn't really mention or go into once we reach that point where we can literally control any computer with our brains. Yeah. What happens then?
Yeah, well, how does that just change society, change the entire way you interact with anything? Because so much of the components and all the computers around will be networked as well. So you won't just be connecting to your computer and your phone. You'll go over to like your friend's place or something. You'll say, "Oh, can I change the song?" You won't need to because you can already do it with your phone now. It's like you see it playing on say iTunes or something. You just think about it. You're like, "No, I'm changing the song." So like, you're walking around the house and you want a different song, and you don't need to reach out for your phone and do all of that. You just change songs, and you're permanently connected to people. You just think, "Oh, hey, I want to send a communication to the communication." What the hell am I, Star Trek? You want to send a message or a tweet or something like that. Yeah, to someone, you just think and you do it. Like, I mean, it still takes a little bit for your phone, but
that isn't even the best thing. If we can actually get to the point where brains can control computers, it's only a few more years, a few more steps, a few more revisions after that where we can actually link people brain to brain telepathically.
Yeah.
Another train!
That is a loud-ass train.
Wow.
Yeah. Spectacular. And we open up all the windows, of course, to get in the airflow because it is freaking hot here in Australia.
Oh yeah, we're still in Wollongong, Australia, in our shack.
Shack?